Not rain or wind will stop the JV Cavalier football action. Clover Hill versus Manchester. The Cavaliers on the road, and the Lancers will get the ball first, and making some headway on their opening drive. Some good runs down the field. The Cavalier defense looking to respond, and Peyton Grider does just that. The big hit forcing the fumble, and the Cavaliers recover the ball. And on their opening drive, Jamarcus Dobson takes it downfield, but that'll be about the only advance the Cavaliers have, and the Lancers will get the ball back. The Lancers running game will meet the wall of Keith Davis, making the big stop there, and even the cheerleaders out braving the rain and wind on this dreary night, but a good night for football as the action continues on the field. First quarter wrapping up. The Cavalier defense setting its plan of attack for the second quarter, but it's the Lancers that attack first. They'll find their man downfield on the big pass play, and that'll carry it into Cavalier territory right down to about the 7-yard line. And then the run around the right-hand side, cuts back to the inside and finds its way across the goal line. Touchdown, Manchester. They'll go for the 2-point conversion, also going around the right side, and that one making it in as well. The Lancers take the early lead by 8. On the ensuing kickoff, Tim Thaniel bobbling the ball at first, picks it up, looks to the left-hand side. Oh, no, not much room there. He'll cut it back to the right and finds his way down the sideline, all the way downfield, 81 yards, touchdown, Cavaliers. Clover Hill going for the 2-point conversion, but they're unable to pick that one up, so the Lancers will lead by 2. Lancer offense stepping back out onto the field, but Keith Davis, Kyle Drake, and others prove that Cavalier defense is a little too tough. Clover Hill gets the ball back on the punt, but their offense not having much luck either. Ball control an issue, a heavy mist falling all night, and plus some heavy rains at times. But Jalen Wood, the only bright spot on this drive for the Cavaliers, he picks up a few yards. Clover Hill goes for it on 4th down, but the Manchester defense makes the stop, and their offense will take back to the field. But it's another fumble by the Lancers, and Clover Hill will recover this one. About 8 fumbles on the night. Like I said, ball control an issue. All the Cavalier faithful continuing to brave the elements. Tim Thaniel picking up some yardage on this play, and he'll get run out of bounds. And there's Coach Conklin with some Secret Service stuff or something. I don't know. Cavalier drive stumbles, though. Dante Artis there, unable to keep his footing. Ground slick as well. And on the ensuing run by the Lancers, they're stopped. Time will run off the clock to end the first half. In the second half, ball control continuing to be the issue. Cavaliers having it tough on a couple of fumbles on that drive. They turn the ball back over to the Lancers, and the Lancers finding some room down the right-hand side, picking up big yardage. And that'll take them deep into the Cavalier side of the field, and that rain continues to fall down. Conditions not too tough for the Lancers, though, on this drive as they push their way deeper against that Cavalier defense. Big run around the right-hand side puts them down just outside the 11-yard line, but there's a penalty against the Lancers, and it would prove to be a costly penalty, as on this next pass play, it's Jamarcus Dobson breaking that one up, nearly picking it off, and then they'll go for the end zone. But in the end zone, it's Dante Artis who picks the ball up, strips it away, and he'll take it back downfield, picks up a few yards before he's brought down, but that gives the Cavalier offense the ball back, and that Cavalier drive getting a big push on 4th and about a yard. That offensive line making a big push. Wood unable to complete that one to Thaniel. Then he tries to pitch it to myself play. That one doesn't work too well either. They'll be forced to punt it back, but on the punt, a bad snap. And number 85, Michael Armstrong, trying to make the carry, comes up just short of the first down. And that gives the Lancers the ball back in good field position. And on the drive, it's that Cavalier defense that steps it up. And there he is again, Keith Davis making the big stop. And on the punt, it's Davis again getting a piece of the ball. And that'll give the Cavalier offense good field position, but somebody throwing in the towel. But it wasn't the Lancer defense they're able to hold. And the Cavaliers forced to punt it back. But on the punt, the ball is fumbled and recovered by Clover Hill. Now they're deep inside that Lancer territory. And on the drive, Jamarcus Dobson pushing his way through, making a big hole as that offensive line. Then it's John Davis shoving his way for more Cavalier yardage. The Cavaliers trying to drive it in on 4th down, but the Lancer defense holds. and they'll get the ball back, but that Cavalier defense proving just as tough. They'll force the punt, and the punt not very good for the Lancers, as that gives the Cavaliers with short distance to the goal, and this time they take advantage of it. Jalen Wood sees a spot around the left-hand side and drives it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers. They miss on the two-point conversion, and now the Lancers offense back out on the field. They'll strike deep into that Cavalier territory, but on a fourth down attempt, it's the Cavaliers making the stop, and they'll win this one. Clover Hill 12, Manchester 8.